Ready for another lesson? If you find a broad abroad, don't bring your broad here. A lot of men, especially men of color, deciding to leave the country and go find love elsewhere. And I'm all for that. But the main key factor is if you want to build a life, don't bring this broad back to America. The American ideology is going to ruin her. I don't need to tell you this, and there's many cases of where this happened, that you become quote unquote Americanized, westernized. And when somebody say that you westernized, it's never really a good thing. I've never really heard something good come from somebody being westernized. Maybe I'm just not listening hard enough. Women that are from different countries and raised differently understand that they're not here to be competitive with a man. They're raised like that. They learn that from their mother, which in turn she learned that from her mother, which in turn she learned that from her mother. So it goes from mother to grandmother to great-grandmother to great-great-grandmother to great-great-great-grandmother. Pass down the heritage of what it takes to be a woman, and they pass it down the lineage. The men also understand their roles, and that's passed down from generation to generation, and what a man should be like. And they understand that there's societal rules, and they understand that there's no equality. Men are supposed to do A, women are supposed to do B, and that's it. There's no line in between. If you bring her to the westernized society, she's gonna start blurring them lines, and the next thing you know, you're gonna have an angry feminist on your hand. It's gonna start off slowly, but eventually she's gonna just like that. If you let her hang around westernized women, the women gonna see her like doing what she's supposed to do, what she learned to do, what she was trained to do, which is cater to her man. And then they're gonna be like, why are you doing that? And aren't you feeling like a slave? And they're gonna start to be like Inception and start to drop seeds in her mind, until pretty soon you're gonna have a full-on oak tree, and then it's gonna be immovable. And then they're going to whisper in her ear, yeah, I wouldn't take that and this, all of that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But the women fail to understand these same women will try and steal your dude away in a heartbeat. And that's what they're trying to do, because they see how you living and the resources that he investing into you, and they want that for the taking. I'm all for finding women elsewhere and opportunity elsewhere, but leave that over there. Don't bring it here. Period. Because it's gonna ruin her, and it's gonna ruin your relationship, and it's gonna wreak havoc on your family. Don't believe me? Just look around and see all the stories, and let these stories be a lesson to you of why it's imperative that you don't bring her here. Start your life, if she in the Philippines, start your life there. The cost of living is cheaper. Yeah, traffic pretty bad. The food pretty good, low cost, and you can live a pretty good lifestyle there. So can in Thailand, Costa Rica, Brazil, Panama, Dominican Republic, and all these other places. A lot of people like to harp on it, say that all these women, they poor, or all of this stuff. They may be financially poor, quote unquote, but they're submissive rich. Their mentality rich, and they're fucking queens, because they in turn, they understand before they can become a queen, they gotta be a peasant, because even though they live in peasant lifestyles, they have queen tendencies. And what happened to queens? Queens get dominated by kings, and in turn produce the next lineage of kings and queens. Don't let the surroundings fool you. Don't let the American hype, American dream deceive you. And as I always say, you've been taught.